Well, I wanted to be here, and I think what I dreamt of is being blown out of the water completely. This is bigger and better than I knew it would be. The opening ceremony, wow, beautiful media experience there. I'm loving it. It's wonderful hearing Pastor Murithi opening up, and glad to participate. We were given an instruction, and we had to follow that instruction. We did not follow that instruction. And it's amazing that straight from the moment we are created, God gives us a followership challenge. And we jump over that. And since then, we've just made a culture of we seem, and I think it's at the root of good and evil, that somehow good has always had a sense of that order. And it starts in the Godhead. The Son is subject to the Father. The Spirit is subject to the Son. So it starts in the Godhead. And so the fall away from God and the entrance of sin into the world seems to immediately appeal to this sense of form your own thing, do your own thing, follow nobody, you be your own lead. And so I feel it's very fundamentally rooted in our hearts. And so when Jesus says, except you are converted and become as a child, you will not enter the kingdom. That's the nature of conversion. Conversion is going back to an original place where we started in Eden, where someone else's lead is important to you other than you forming your own decision and your own path. I feel like revival is not an event that comes from outside of you. I think when Jesus died and rose again, he inaugurated a revival. We sort of log in and log out according to how we align. But most fundamentally, the very issue we are talking about here, I believe that when we align ourselves rightly in following leaders, in following the Lord, then we're in revival. Because I feel that the spirit of it is what drives prayer, the spirit of that dependency and appeal to someone else, and that someone first and foremost is God, His will, His word, His spirit. When you subject yourself to that and then subject yourself to those that God brings in before you to lead and influence you, bang, you've lit the flame. And when that bounces off many more people doing the same, it just becomes a huge bonfire. An isolated person who's on fire normally burns out. A log on itself burns out. But when it burns with others, that's when it becomes a huge flame. And so I believe revival has a volumetric element, that the more people that log in, the bigger it becomes and the bigger it burns. But dynamically, it's about the surrendering of your will to someone else's will, being God and those that He appoints over us in headship. The rabbi of rabbis chose you. And in the rabbinical system, that took a lot of years of preparation. For you to hear, follow me, was a miracle thing. And Jesus said, follow me, and we heard Him. That means we have already inside of us something amazing. So whoever is listening to me, if you have confessed Christ as Lord, you are of the highest quality you can know. And God has elected you and chosen you to carry the highest level of blessing and to represent Him in the earth. So rise up and shine, for your light has come. The glory of God is risen upon you.